The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored by Axelon Tax Solutions.
Scams are everywhere these days, and sometimes knowing what is real and what is fake can feel impossible. Here to help you avoid IRS scams is senior tax attorney Norris Lozano. Norris, thank you for being here today.
Thanks, Lexi, for having me.
Okay, so we're excited to have you back. We've chatted with you before a little bit about some of the IRS stuff, about doing our taxes. Today we're talking about a really important thing, which is scams, because I feel like they are everywhere these days. But before we get into that, let's talk about your company, which is Axelon. Tell us a little bit about who you guys are.
We're a pretty new company. The name was created by our Chief Operating Officer. It stands for Tax, Love, and Money, because we want to help.
You want to help people with taxes.
And we want to give them the love and let them get the money.
There you go. This is great. You guys are doing some good work out there. Those are three really awesome things. But something that we want to focus on today are scams. This is scary for a lot of people. And I know I personally have experienced this, where you get an email or you get a text message from someone saying that they're the IRS. And it can really give you that horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. So tell us a little bit about some of the ways that people can identify if this is a scam.
Yeah, well, and you're right. It's super scary when you get stuff, because when you see IRS, you go, oh no,
Yep.
What have I done?
Yep, exactly.
And so the good news is, if it's in an email, it's not the IRS. The IRS doesn't email people.
So you can know right away if you're getting something in email form, it's absolutely not from the IRS.
It's not from the IRS. And if you're super worried about it, call us and we'll verify that. But I'm positive it's not from the IRS. It's somebody scamming you. It's a phishing thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what about if someone's getting a phone call and they're saying it's the IRS?
The same thing. It's just a practice call to try to get information out of you. Don't give anybody information. If you want to make sure it's the IRS, you say, I'm going to call the IRS number back. Who do I ask for?
Okay, that's great information, because I've experienced that, where someone has called saying it's the IRS and asking me for some personal information. So they're just doing that to try to get those details out of you.
Right.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Don't do it. Okay, this is really great information. So we know if it's any other way, aside from a physical letter.
A letter that says notice at the top in the mail from the IRS.
Okay.
There may be a rare occasion when something else happens, like somebody knocks on your door, but it'd be very rare.
Ooh, yeah, that would be an interesting one too there. But okay, so if it's any other form, we know it's not them. We don't have to worry about it. But say we do get a letter. How do we know for sure if it's the IRS or if it's another scam?
So if you get a letter, call us, and then we can get a form filed from you, and with that form, we can go pull your tax transcript and see everything the IRS sees and tell you what it says.
Okay, this is great. So if someone is unsure if they're getting notices and they're just not quite sure about if it's real or not, they call you guys.
Call us.
Okay, this is really great. And then tell us a little bit more about who the typical people are who fall for these kind of scams, because I know they're very common. Is this something that could just happen to anybody?
It happens to everybody, and it's amazing what we all fall for, right? Sometimes you're not even thinking. You're just going, oh no, I got to do this. You want to be responsive. You want to be responsible. You're trying to do the right thing. Don't do it.
So what are some common tactics of these scammers?
They're fishing for information from you because they want your social security number, your name, and your address. And with that, they can get all kinds of stuff about you. And then they can get credit, and then they can do other things, and you're in big trouble if that happens. Don't let it happen.
Even if you don't give them like a bank account statement or something like that, if they just get your social security, your name, they can go on and kind of take your identity, or what do they do from there?
Credit cards, they could do all kinds of things. And by the time, if you got good credit, by the time you figure out what's happened, they've charged up tons of money. So you just got to be super careful.
I like that. Be super careful. And if you're ever unsure, call you guys at Axelon.
Call us. We want to help you.
Okay, this is great. So tell everybody how they can call you. Give us the information to find you guys online and your phone number.
So you're going to put the banner on the bottom of the screen. It's going to have our phone number on it. So call us on that number, or email us, or text us to that number, and we're there.
And you guys are there to help. All right, great. Yep. Like Nora said, we have that information on the screen in a QR code, or just the information right there. You can go online. You can give them a call. All right, Norris, thank you for walking us through this. It is a very scary thing, so we want to avoid that.
Thanks, Lexi.
Awesome. Thank you. Hey, stick around, guys. We got more of the mix coming up after this.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored by Axelon Tax Solutions.